Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How much do you truly love yourself? I'm not talking about the surface level love, the kind that says, I like my hair today, or I'm feeling good in this outfit. I'm talking about the kind of love that goes deep, beyond your appearance, beyond the compliments. I'm talking about the kind of love that says, I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of growth. Self-love as a foundation is the bedrock of living a fulfilling, peaceful, and authentic life. At its core, self-love is not about vanity or self-centeredness. Rather, it is a deep recognition of your inherent worth and the understanding that you deserve the same level of care, respect, and compassion that you often give to others. It's in the world that constantly tells you to be more, do more, and look better. It's easy to lose sight of who you are beneath all the noise. Self-love is about quieting that noise and focusing on the truth of your being. It's about embracing yourself in all your complexity, your strengths, your weaknesses, your successes, and your failures, and accepting that you are enough just as you are. And you are. Self-love is foundational because it influences everything else in your life. It shapes how you interact with others, how you handle adversity, and how you view your future. When you truly love yourself, you create a stable center from which everything else can grow. You stop seeking validation from external sources because you've already validated yourself. You stop measuring your worth based on the opinions and expectations of others because you know your value does not depend on their approval. But self-love doesn't mean self-perfection. It's not about having all the answers or being flawless. In fact, self-love invites you to embrace your imperfections. It challenges you to treat yourself with kindness and patience, even when you make mistakes. Instead of beating yourself up, you approach your shortcomings with understanding, knowing that you are a work in progress, growing, evolving, and learning from each experience. One of the most important aspects of self-love is learning to set boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional, mental, and physical well-being. When you love yourself, you know when to say no to situations or people that drain you or compromise your values. You don't have to explain or justify your decisions. Your boundaries are a reflection of your self-respect. You stop tolerating behavior that disrespects or diminishes your worth because you know that you are worthy of being treated with kindness, dignity, and fairness. Self-love also means prioritizing your own well-being. It's easy to get caught up in the demands of work, relationships, and other responsibilities, but self-love teaches you that you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to fill yourself up first, emotionally, mentally, and physically, in order to show up as your best self for others. This might mean taking time for rest, pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, seeking therapy or counseling when needed, or simply saying no to things that drain your energy. Another powerful aspect of self-love is self-compassion. Life is full of ups and downs, and there will be times when you feel like you're not living up to your potential or you've fallen short of your goals. When this happens, self-love encourages you to speak to yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a close friend. Instead of being your own harshest critic, you become your own biggest supporter. You acknowledge your setbacks, but don't let them define you, recognizing that you are more than your mistakes. Ultimately, self-love creates a strong internal foundation upon which you can build a fulfilling life. It empowers you to make choices that align with your true self and encourages you to pursue the life that you deserve. When self-love is your foundation, you're able to weather life's challenges with resilience, knowing that no matter what happens, you will always have yourself. And letting go as a sign of strength is a concept that challenges the common misconception that strength is found in holding on, fighting, or forcing things to stay in your life. In reality, true strength is found in the ability to release, to walk away, and to allow things to unfold naturally without feeling the need to control them. Letting go takes courage, resilience, and self-awareness. It requires a deep understanding that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to step away from something or someone that no longer serves your growth or well-being. When we hold on too tightly to relationships, situations, or outcomes, we often do so because we fear the unknown. We fear what might happen if we let go. But strength doesn't come from clinging to something just because it's familiar or comfortable. In fact, holding on to things that are toxic, unfulfilling, or harmful only keeps us stuck in cycles of pain, disappointment, or frustration. Letting go allows us to break free from those cycles and open up space for something new, something better. True strength lies in the ability to recognize when something has reached its natural end. Whether it's a relationship that's no longer healthy, a job that no longer aligns with your values, or a situation that continually drains you, letting go is an act of self-respect. It's saying to yourself that you are worthy of more than the toxicity, the stagnation, or the emotional exhaustion that may come from holding on to what isn't working. It's acknowledging that you deserve peace, growth, and the opportunity to move forward. Letting go also requires a deep trust in yourself and the process of life. It's about having faith that even though you might not fully understand what the future holds something better for you. It's not about giving up. It's about knowing when to move on and trusting that the path ahead will lead to something more aligned with who you are becoming. This trust in yourself and the process takes immense strength because it involves relinquishing control and surrendering to the flow of life, even when things feel uncertain. Another way to see the good and suffer. One of the most challenging aspects of letting go is the emotional attachment that often comes with it. We can become so deeply invested in people, situations, or outcomes that the thought of letting go feels like losing a part of ourselves. But in reality, it's in letting go that we often discover more about who we truly are. When we stop defining ourselves by the people or things we've been holding on to, we create space for personal transformation. Letting go allows us to reconnect with our own identity and rediscover what truly matters to us. It's important to note that letting go doesn't necessarily mean cutting people out of your life forever. Sometimes it means releasing the expectation, the emotional baggage, or the unhealthy dynamics that may have developed. It's about releasing the need for things to be a certain way so that you can embrace the possibility of what they could become. Letting go the grip you have on a person, a situation, or an outcome allows both you and the other person or situation the opportunity to evolve in a healthier, more positive direction. Letting go can also be an incredibly empowering act. It's a reminder that your worth is not tied to anything external, that you have the power to create your own path, and that you are not defined by the things you release. In fact, it's in the release that you make room for what's truly meant for you to enter. Letting go is an affirmation of your strength, your resilience, and your commitment to your own growth and happiness. Joy, letting go, is a chew. It is an act of profound self-love and recognition that you deserve nothing less than what elevates you, nurtures you, and allows you to thrive. Releasing control is one of the most liberating yet difficult actions we can take in life. Control, in many ways, provides us with a sense of security. It gives us the illusion that we can manage outcomes, protect ourselves from disappointment, and ensure things go according to our plans. But the reality is that control is often an illusion itself. No matter how hard we try, we cannot control every situation, every person, or every outcome. And in the process of trying to hold on to that control, we can actually end up limiting our potential, stifling growth, and increasing stress. Releasing control doesn't mean abandoning responsibility or resigning yourself to fate. It doesn't mean you stop making decisions, working toward your goals, or putting effort into your life. It means acknowledging the things you cannot control and learning to trust that life will unfold in ways that are beyond your ability to dictate. It's about surrendering to the natural flow of life, accepting uncertainty, and embracing the possibility of unexpected outcomes. At its core, releasing control is about cultivating trust, not only in the world around you, but also in yourself. It requires the understanding that while you can take action and make choices, you cannot predict every result, nor can you force things to happen exactly as you envision them. Trusting the process is essential to this shift. Trusting that the universe, fate, or your own inner guidance will lead you toward what is meant for you, even if it doesn't align with the path you initially imagined. When we cling to control, we often do so out of fear of failure, fear of uncertainty, fear of not being able to handle whatever comes next. This fear drives us to try and manipulate outcomes, to micromanage every detail of our lives, and to hold on to situations or people that might not be right for us. But the more we try to control, the more we become trapped in a cycle of anxiety and frustration. We become so focused on the what ifs that we forget to live in the present moment, to appreciate the beauty of the journey as it unfolds. Releasing control is an act of courage. It means stepping into the unknown, where the future is uncertain, but where growth and possibility exist. It means giving yourself permission to let go of the need to know how everything will turn out and allowing room for surprises. The truth is, the most profound moments of transformation in life often come when we least expect them. When we release our grip on control, we open ourselves up to experiences that are far greater than what we could have planned for ourselves. It's also important to recognize that releasing control allows space for other people to show up as they are. We often try to control relationships, imposing our own expectations on others and attempting to mold them into our idea of what they should be. But when we release that control, we give others the freedom to be themselves, to grow, and to contribute to our lives in their own way. This openness to others not only strengthens relationships, but also fosters mutual respect and understanding. Releasing control also means acknowledging that you cannot control the past. No matter how much you try to rewrite history, the events that have shaped you are beyond your influence. Letting go of the need to control or change the past is a vital step in freeing yourself from regret, resentment, or unresolved pain. By accepting the past for what it is, you allow yourself to move forward with greater clarity and peace. Ultimately, releasing control is a practice in letting go of the need to dictate every detail of your life. It's about trusting the process, embracing uncertainty, and allowing things to unfold in their own time. It's not about giving up on your dreams or goals. It's about giving yourself the freedom to pursue them without the pressure of having to control every outcome. When you release control, you make space for the unexpected, for growth, for joy, and for the full richness of life to unfold before you. Space for growth is one of the most important aspects of personal development. Growth, whether emotional, spiritual, or intellectual, requires freedom. The freedom to evolve, to change, and to sometimes fail without judgment. Without this space, we remain stagnant, caught in cycles that limit our potential and prevent us from becoming the best version of ourselves. But creating space for growth requires intentionality. It's a conscious choice to allow room for transformation, even when it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. The first step in creating space for growth is the acknowledgement that change is inevitable. Nothing stays the same forever, not even us. Our experiences, our challenges, our relationships, they all shape who we are. And sometimes they do so in ways we don't expect or fully understand. However, if we resist this natural process of change, we prevent ourselves from moving forward. Growth doesn't happen when we stay in our comfort zones, clinging to what we know or what feels safe. It happens when we step into the unknown, when we let go of old patterns, and when we embrace the discomfort that comes with transformation. Releasing control, as mentioned earlier, is a crucial part of creating space for growth. The need to control outcomes or people often arises from a fear of uncertainty. But in trying to control everything, we can stifle the very growth we seek. Growth requires openness, the willingness to adapt, and the trust that things will unfold as they should. When we let go of the need to dictate every detail, we allow ourselves the space to learn, to make mistakes, and to explore new possibilities. This trust in the process creates an environment where growth can flourish. Another key element in creating space for growth is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your emotional and mental well-being, allowing you to focus on your own needs and priorities without feeling overwhelmed or drained by external demands. Without boundaries, it's easy to become consumed by the expectations of others or by situations that are not in alignment with your goals. Setting boundaries means saying no to things that drain your energy or detract from your growth. It's about protecting your time, your peace of mind, and your emotional health. When you set clear boundaries, you carve out the space necessary for your own growth and well-being. Furthermore, creating space for growth involves cultivating a mindset of curiosity and resilience. Growth requires the willingness to ask questions, to seek new knowledge, and to push beyond the limits of what we know. It's about embracing discomfort as a sign that we are stepping into new territory, not as something to avoid. This mindset shift is essential because growth is rarely linear. It's messy, unpredictable, and filled with setbacks. But by approaching challenges with curiosity and resilience, we begin to see them as opportunities for learning rather than obstacles to avoid. The more we embrace this mindset, the more space we create for growth in every aspect of our lives. Another powerful way to create space for growth is by allowing ourselves time for rest and reflection. Growth is not just about constant doing, it's also about being. In our fast-pacing world, it's easy to get caught up in the need to always be productive, to always be moving forward. But true growth often happens in moments of stillness. When we give ourselves the space to reflect on where we've been and where we're going. These moments of rest allow us to recharge, to process our experiences, and to gain clarity about the next steps on our journey. Without rest, growth becomes a constant race, and we miss the valuable insights that come from pausing and looking inward. Creating space for growth is ultimately about giving yourself the freedom to evolve, to change, and to become the person you are meant to be. It involves letting go of what no longer serves you, setting boundaries to protect your energy, and cultivating a mindset of curiosity and resilience. It requires allowing room for mistakes, for rest, and for reflection. Growth isn't something that happens by force. It's something that requires the space to unfold naturally. And when we create that space, we allow ourselves to step into a future that is richer, more meaningful, and more aligned with our true selves. The power of absence is a subtle yet profound force in our lives, often underestimated and misunderstood. In a world that celebrates constant presence, constant communication, and the need to be always available, absence is seen as a negative, something to be avoided or feared. However, absence can be one of the most powerful tools for transformation, growth, and clarity. It is in the space of absence that reflection, longing, and a deeper understanding of ourselves and others can emerge. Absence has the ability to create a sense of longing, a longing that forces us to recognize what we value and what we might have taken for granted. When someone or something is absent from our lives, we are faced with the void that they leave behind. This void often triggers a deeper appreciation for what was once there, allowing us to realize its true worth. Whether it's a relationship, a familiar routine, or a particular aspect of our identity, absence gives us the time and space to reflect on its impact. The absence, in this sense, serves as a catalyst for rediscovery and renewal, making us more aware of our needs and desires. Absence also has the power to foster growth, both in ourselves and in others. Sometimes the best way for a relationship to evolve or for personal development to occur is by stepping away. Whether it's taking a break from a relationship, distancing ourselves from a particular environment, or simply stepping out of our comfort zones, absence allows room for new perspectives and fresh insights. In the absence of constant interaction, individuals are forced to confront their own thoughts, emotions, and motivations. This space encourages reflection, maturity, and personal evolution. It provides the opportunity to grow as individuals rather than being dependent on the presence of others for validation or identity. On a deeper level, absence has the ability to create space for clarity and healing. When we are constantly surrounded by noise, distractions, and the demands of others, it can be difficult to hear our inner voice or understand our true feelings. Absence, whether in the form of solitude, physical distance, or emotional space, allows us to reconnect with ourselves, to process emotions, and to heal from wounds. It is in the absence of external pressure that we can truly listen to our own needs and desires, allowing us to make decisions that are in alignment with our true selves. Absence also has a way of shifting power dynamics. When we are always present, always available, and always giving, we may inadvertently create an imbalance in relationships, whether personal or professional. Absence rebalances these dynamics by forcing both parties to reflect on their roles, needs, and contributions. When we remove ourselves from a situation, whether intentionally or due to circumstance, we give the other person or party the opportunity to step up, to miss us, and to revalue our contributions. Absence shifts the focus from being constantly at the center of attention to allowing space for others to recognize our worth and importance. It gives both sides the opportunity to rediscover their relationship, rekindle connection, and gain a renewed appreciation for one another. The power of absence also allows us to take a step back from unhealthy or toxic environments. Often we become so immersed in a situation that we lose sight of the bigger picture. Absence provides the necessary distance to gain perspective, to recognize patterns, and to make necessary changes. In relationships that may be draining or emotionally unhealthy, taking a step back allows for both individuals to reassess their needs, their boundaries, and their behavior. And you will lose your mind if you do. Absence becomes a form of protection, allowing space to break free from cycles that no longer serve us, and to create the space for healthier dynamics to emerge. Lastly, absence can serve as a powerful tool for creating desire and appreciation. Whether in friendships, romantic relationships, or professional environments, absence can help to reignite feelings of longing and appreciation. When we step away, even momentarily, it allows the other person to miss us, to reflect on our value, and to appreciate the connection in a way that they might not have when we were always present. This distance can foster a deeper connection as it encourages the other person to recognize the value we bring to their life and the space we hold in their heart. Absence, when embraced intentionally, is not a void to be feared, but a space to be honored. It is in the absence that clarity, growth, and deeper connections can flourish. It is in stepping away that we often discover what truly matters, what we need, and what we are capable of. The power of absence is a reminder that sometimes less truly is more, and that space can be the most potent force for transformation. Embracing your own path is one of the most empowering and transformative decisions you can make in life. It's the conscious choice to step away from the expectations of others, the societal pressures, and the narratives that may have been imposed on you in order to pursue the unique journey that is truly your own. This path is deeply personal, and it requires you to trust yourself, honor your values, and have the courage to follow your instincts. even when the road ahead is unclear or different from what others expect. At the core of embracing your own path is the recognition that you are an individual with distinct dreams, desires, and capabilities. The world often pushes a one-size-fits-all approach, suggesting that there is a single right way to live, to succeed, and to be happy. But in reality, everyone's path is different, shaped by their own experiences, strengths, weaknesses, and aspirations. When you embrace your own path, you stop measuring your success against others' timelines or benchmarks. You begin to define success on your own terms, according to your own values and desires. The courage to embrace your own path often involves a process of unlearning. From a young age, many of us are taught to conform, to follow certain rules, meet certain standards, and pursue the paths that society deems worthy or acceptable. We're told what jobs to aspire to, what relationships to seek, and what goals to chase. But embracing your own path requires breaking free from those external definitions of success. It involves letting go of the need to seek validation from others and instead focusing on what truly fulfills you. This unlearning can be difficult as it requires confronting fears, insecurities, and doubts, but the reward is a deeper sense of peace, fulfillment, and authenticity. Another critical aspect of embracing your own path is learning to trust the process. Your journey may not always make sense to others, and it may not follow the predictable steps that society expects. There may be moments of uncertainty, doubt, and even failure. But by trusting the path you are on, you acknowledge that every experience, whether good or bad, is shaping you, teaching you, and guiding you toward the person you are meant to become. Embracing your own path means trusting that even when the way forward isn't clear, the steps you take are leading you in the right direction. It means surrendering the need for immediate answers and allowing the journey to unfold at its own pace. One of the greatest challenges in embracing your own path is learning to let go of comparison. In a world of social media and constant connection, it's easy to look around and feel like everyone else has it figured out. You see people reaching milestones that you haven't yet achieved, or following paths that seem more conventional and secure. It can be tempting to measure your worth or success based on where others are, but true fulfillment comes when you stop comparing yourself to others and instead focus on your own growth. Everyone is on their own unique journey, and comparing yours to theirs only distracts you from your own path. Embracing your own journey means understanding that your timeline, your experiences, and your successes are yours alone. And that's exactly as it should be. Can you sign up? Embracing your own path also requires resilience. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt along the way. The road may be rocky and the destination unclear, but it is in these moments that you build your strength and resilience. Every challenge you face on your unique path offers an opportunity to learn, grow, and prove to yourself that you have the ability to navigate the uncertainty. Resilience is the ability to keep moving forward, even when the way forward seems difficult or unknown. It's about learning to rise every time you fall, and to trust that your path will lead you to where you are meant to be. As you embrace your own path, you will also experience a deeper connection to yourself. You'll discover more about your values, your desires, and your true calling. You'll learn to honor what makes you unique, and you'll begin to shed the layers of expectation, doubt, and fear that may have been placed on you by others. This connection to yourself creates a sense of inner peace because you are no longer living for anyone else's approval or validation. Instead, you are living for yourself, authentically, confidently, and unapologetically. Ultimately, embracing your own path is about creating a life that is deeply aligned with who you are. It's the journey of discovering your true self, following your own dreams, and trusting that the road you're on is exactly where you need to be. Even if the journey is difficult, the reward is a life that is truly yours, filled with purpose, fulfillment, and authenticity. In conclusion, embracing self-love, releasing control, and creating space for growth are all integral parts of walking your unique path in life. The power of absence and the strength to let go allow us to break free from unhealthy cycles, creating room for transformation and clarity. By trusting ourselves and letting go of external expectations, we open ourselves to new possibilities, allowing growth and deeper connection to unfold. Embracing our own path is the ultimate act of self-respect and empowerment, as it encourages us to live authentically, cultivate resilience, and find peace in the journey ahead.